Unit 3.4, rotation's about a fixed point. Okay, now here's the deal. It's very similar to 3.3, rotations around the origin. It has all the same rules, right? The only difference is instead of rotating around the origin and using the coordinates to find your primes, you're rotating around a random fixed point, thus you have to use your vertex, your vectors. You have to use your vectors to find the new primes. All right, so that's the only difference. I'll walk you through it step by step. Step one is the same. Graph your pre-image. Step one is always graph your pre-image. All right, we're going to do a triangle. X, Y. X is 4, 7. 4 right, 7 up. Make sure you count your boxes this time because there's like 10 instead of 8. Be careful. This is my X. Y is 8, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Z is 6, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Connect. Right? Pre-image. Now, instead of rotating around the origin, which is where the X and Y intersect, right? The origin is always where the X-axis and the Y-axis intersect. Right? So it says we're going to go about point P. So point P is at 1, 2. So 1 to the right, 2 up is point P. And this is now our center of rotation. Instead of the origin, this is our center of rotation. So we're going to be rotating around the P. So in order to do that, you have to find the vectors, right? You have to find the distance between P and the points. You have to find the distance from the center of rotation to each point, right? Which is a ray, it's an arrow, right? So we're looking for the vector or the distance between P and X, right? And the distance between P and X, we had to go right 3. So the distance is positive 3 because we had to go right 3. And then we had to go up 5, which is positive 5, right? So our vector for P to X is 3, 5. Right? Once you have your vector, then you apply the same rule as you did for rotating about the origin. So for 90 degrees counterclockwise, the rule is change the sign of your Y, right? For 90 degrees counterclockwise, we change the sign of our Y, and then we switch our X and Y. So positive 5 is going to become negative 5, and then we're going to switch them. So it's going to become negative 5, comma 3 is the vector or directions to our prime, right? We follow those directions from the center of rotation, which is P. So we're going to go 5 left and 3 up from our center of rotation. 5 left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 up, 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be X prime. So distance from P to Y, our vector from P to Y, we had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right, 1, 2, 3 up. 7 to the right, 3 up. All right, we're rotating 90 degrees counterclockwise. So we change the sign of the Y, becomes negative 3, and then we switch them. So negative 3, 7 is our new vector. It's the vector to our prime, right? So to get to Y prime, we start at the center of rotation or axis of rotation, and we go left 3, up 7. And that's my y prime. And then we need p to z. Their vectors from p to z, I had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 1. So 5, 1. Again, we're going to change the sign of our y, and then we're going to flip them. So it's going to become negative 1, 5. So starting at our center of rotation, we're going to go left 1, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's our z prime. Now, the final answer asks for the coordinates of your primes. These are vectors, not coordinates. To find your coordinates, you have to start at the origin. Coordinates always start at the origin. Vectors can start at the center of rotation. The center of rotation might be the origin, in which case coordinates and vectors are the same thing. But if your center of rotation is not the origin, then your vectors are going to be different from your coordinates. Right? To find the coordinates, you have to start counting from the origin. Coordinates start at the origin. So to get to x prime, I had to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 left, so negative 4. 5 up, so positive 5. To get to y, I had to go 1, 2 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up. 2 left, 9 up. See the pattern here? To get to z prime, I didn't go left or right, so that's 0. X is always first, right? It's always x comma y. X always comes first. Your left and right always come first. And then I had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up. So 0, 7. So you started with coordinates and you plotted your pre-image. You used the center of rotation to find the vectors or the distance, and then you figured out your new vectors based on the rule, and then used the new vectors to plot from the center of rotation to your new image, your after image, your image. And then you used the points and the origin to find your coordinates. So we started coordinates, vector, vector, back to coordinates. I know. It's okay. The directions walk you through it step by step. I just thought it would be easier to show it to you instead of walking you through the steps. Now that you have a better understanding, you can look at the steps and they'll make sense. All right, so let's work number 1 and number 2, and then you can do the rest. All right, step 1, graph your pre-image. We're doing a rectangle. C is negative 7, we're back to 8 squares. Always check, because it matters. So negative 7, positive 6, C. Negative 4, positive 6, D. Negative 4, positive 1, E. Negative 7, positive 1, F. We got to find our center of rotation. We're rotating about A, which is at negative 3, negative 1. So negative 3, negative 1. This is our center of rotation. We have to find our vectors from A to C, from A to D, from A to E, and from A to F. We need to find all those vectors. So, A to C, I had to go left 4, up 7. left 4, up 7. A to D, left 1, up 7. If you think you can do it, pause it and try it, and then check your work after I finish it. That's what the videos are great for. Watch, pause, try, watch to check. Alright, so A to E, I go left 1, up 2. So my vectors are negative 1, comma 2. Left 1, up 2. And my A to F, I had to go left 4, up 2. So negative 4, comma 2. Alright, and this time we're rotating 180 degrees. And we know the rule for rotating 180 degrees is to change the sign of X and Y. We're not going to switch them. We're just going to change their signs. If it's negative, make it positive. If it's positive, make it negative. That's it. Alright, that means our new vector is going to be positive 4, negative 7, positive 1, negative 7, positive 1, negative 2, and positive 4, negative 2. All I do is change the signs. Now we're going to plot our new vectors. We're going to plot our primes based on the vectors and the center of rotation, right? So we're going to go 4 right, 7 down from the center of rotation. 4 right, 7 down. And this is going to be C prime. D prime is 1 right, 7 down. E prime is 1 right, 2 down. You're beginning to see the picture. Right? F prime, 4 right, 2 down. If you don't see the picture building, then you probably did something wrong. Go back and check all of your numbers, all your coordinates, all your points, everything. Check everything. Figure out what you did wrong. All right, and then the last step is to use your after image, your image, to determine the coordinates. C prime, from the origin, coordinates always come in component form, and that means they come from the origin, right? So the coordinates have to start at the origin. We had to go 1 right, 8 down. 1 right, 8 down. To get from the origin to D, we had to go 2 left, 8 down. 2 left, 8 down. To get to E, we had to go 2 left, 3 down. And to get to F, we had to go 1 right, 3 down. Right? Coordinates to vectors, back to coordinates. Alright? That's the goal. One more. We'll do one more together. We're going to make a trapezoid. Good times. Alright, and you'll notice that the graph shifted. Don't panic. Remember I told you that the origin is where the x-axis and the y-axis cross. Where they intersect is your origin. So even if they move your graph, don't panic, just find the origin. As long as you can find the origin, you got something to work with. Alright, pre-image. Q is 3, 1. 3 right, 1 up. R is 5, 2. 5 right, 2 up. S is 10, 0. 10 right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And no up or down. And T is 4, negative 3. 4 right, negative 3. Down 3. And this is T. Connect. That is incorrect. I should not have made my origin the same color as my points. Don't judge me. It's not labeled, so it can't be one of my points for my figure. I should have known better. Alright, now I'm going to plot my center of rotation, which in this case is M, at 3, -4, so 3 right, 4 down is my center of rotation. And we're going 270 degrees counterclockwise. So what's the rule? Change the sign of your X and switch your X and your Y. Okay, I thought I heard you say it. We're good. All right, so let's find our vectors from M to Q, M to R, M to S, and M to T. Remember, we put the arrow on top to denote that this is a vector, because we're actually looking at center of rotation to the point. So we're actually looking at an arrow. That's why it's a vector. All right, so from M to Q, we went no left or right, and we went up 5. For M to R, we went 2 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. 2 right, 6 up. To S, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 right, 4 up. And to T, we went 1 right, 1 up. You'll notice I always do the left and right first, because on coordinates, the X always comes first. Coordinates alphabetical, X, Y. So I just always do my left and right first, just so I don't get confused. All right, and then let's apply our rule. Find our new vectors. Remember, we're changing the sign of the X and switching our X and Y. 0 stays 0, so it becomes 5, 0. -2, 6, then switch. 6, -2. -7, switch. So 4, -7. 1, 1. So -1, then switch. 1, -1. Always change the sign before you switch. I promise you'll make less mistakes. All right, let's graph our new vectors using our new vectors. Starting at the center of rotation, we're going to go 5 right, and that's Q prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Q prime. R prime is 6 right, 2 down. Make sure you're labeling your points so that I know that you know that I know what you're talking about. S prime, 4 to the right, 7 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. S prime. And T prime, 1 right, 1 down. All right, the last step is to use our new image, to use our primes to determine the coordinates. Coordinates always start at the origin. So to get to Q, we had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks down. 8 blocks to the right and 4 blocks down. For R prime, we had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks down. S prime, we had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7 to the right, 11 down. And T prime, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 4 to the right, 5 down. All right, so if you need to watch the video again, slow it down, do what you got to do, okay? I'm also going to try to post an extra help video in case you need it, just so that you'll be ready for Friday, okay? You can do the rest. I got you. I have faith in you.